Hey, how you doing? This is Tommy here from Trading with Harmony. So I hope you're having a great week. So this week then I'll be analysing the markets then from the 25th of January to the 29th of January. So I'll see you straight after the intro. Thanks. Okay, so the euro dollar then in the daily candles, we can see here then that this week then we're after getting a pullback up from previous week, which was an actual bearish move down. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our setup. So last week then we finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about last week, if we can get a better risk reward for a pullback and actually to head down south, which it did, it came back, but then we got a second nicer pullback. So this week then I'm still looking for price to hold in this area here, and then once price holds in this area, I'm looking for a price to move back down south to hit our TP, being the actual 1.1948 in the euro dollar. The pound dollar then, we can see here then in the actual weekly here, I was talking about last week as well, where you can see here this is actually a significant actually zone here where price is at the moment. So let's go into where actually is common resistance here, back into this zone. So let's go into the daily candles. So we can still see here that actually is in our ascending channel, so it's still making room back up more north, but it's coming to in the actual weekly, where we can see that actually where it's coming into a significant trading zone. So actually in this case it's actually resistance. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our actual setups. So last week then we actually finished here at this point, and what I was talking about, if we can get actually price for a better risk reward to come up into this trading zone, into the 1.3670 area, and then once that can hold, we're looking for a price down south. But what I can see here then for this week, what's after happened, we can start to see actually a actual head and shoulder pattern starting here. So once this area holds here for this week, I am looking for a actual completion of the actual head and shoulders down to this area into our actually TP level, being the 1.3500 in the pound dollar. So our dollar yen, we can see here that actually the descending channel that we are in here, so prices come down here several times into our descending channel. So it's coming down, so try to hit the bottom part here several times before this you came back up again. So there's a lot of actually resistance in the top part of our descending channel. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then, if we can get a bit more of a pullback into this actually trading zone here, which is the actual 104.04, which it did, it came down and then it came up into our area, but then we got a bit of a pull down and back up into this area. So we're still looking for a move to continue down south to hit our TP. So this is what I'm looking at for this week then, is for price to continue down to hit our actual target of 102.88. The dollar Canadian, so overall we're still actually in a actual bearish market, yeah, but at the moment here we can see here that there's been a bit of consolidation going on. It's been going sideways the last few weeks, yeah. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what I was talking about then was that we can get a bit more of a pullback into this trading zone, being the actual 1.2780, and once it holds at this area, we're looking for a price to continue down south to hit our TP. So it came down and hit our TP, being the 1.2605. So for this week then, what we are looking for then is for similar kind of pattern again. We're looking for price to continue to quite possibly it's going to just hold at this area again, and then we're going to look for price then to continue down south to hit our new TP level, being the actual 1.2565 in the actual dollar Canadian. So last week then we actually finished here at this point, and what I was talking about last week was that if we can get price to hold in this actually area here, which it actually did at the first part before actually near the end of the week then, before we got an actual engulfing candle that finished above our actually weekly level. So for this week then, what I'm looking for then is still looking for the same scenario, but the thing is that quite possibly we're going to get a bit more of a actual pullback into this new structural area of the 1.7838 area before we're going to get an actual move down south. So quite possibly you're going to get something like this. They come down like this, before we're going to get a break on our actually at this crucial area here again that we're looking at. That price, we need price to break down at this level here, being the 1.7687 area before it's going to continue down south to hit our TP level, being the actual 1.7595 in the pound Aussie. Okay, so the euro yen then is pretty much done the same as the actual euro dollar. It's been a pullback we got from the previous week, which was a bearish move down. So let's go into the 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point here, and what I was talking about then was that we were looking for a move down south, and if we get a better risk reward in terms of the actual price to come up into this actual area here, which it did. It came up twice into this area, into the actual 127.00 area, and it's still holding at this area. So I'm still looking for price to continue down south for this week to hit our TP this week at the 124.60 in the euro yen. Okay, so in gold then we can still see that actually price is underneath our actual ascending channel. So price is still down here, but it's still holding at this area, so which is given some significance to actually price is quite possibly going to continue down south. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our setups. Okay, so last week then we finished here at this point, and what we were talking about was we were looking for a move down south. So it did. It came down and hit our TP pretty much on the opening of it. Came down and hit our TP, being the 1802 in gold. So if you're on that, well done. So for this week then, what we are looking for then is, so we can see here that the actual where price has been holding at the actual structural level, being the 1869, and the actual bottom part of our ascending channel. So basically, once price is holding at this actual structural areas, we're still looking for price to continue down south. So what if we get for a better risk reward, once we get price to come back up into this area and then to continue down south to hit our new TP level, being the actual 1830 in gold. Okay, so in the Dow Jones, we can still see here that actually price is holding within our ascending channel, and we can see here that actually price has come up again this week and has touched the actual highs again. So let's go into the actual 4 hours and have a look at our actual setups. So last week then we finished here at this point here. We can see here that actually price it came back up and retouched our actual structural level again at the 3634 area, and price is continuing down south. So for this week then we're still looking for price to hold at this area, and once it holds at this area we're looking for price then to continue down south to hit our TP level, being the actual 3525 in the Dow. Hey, so that's it then for this week, guys. So hope you got some good value from that. If you already haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and give the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. Leave any comments and I'll get straight back to you. So have a great week and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks.